Calm reigned in the Ducati paddock, but major news was brewing. A closely guarded secret had finally been revealed, and the perpetrator was no ordinary person. Michele Pirro, the test rider, had unexpectedly leaked confidential test data at the Hungarian circuit. This information immediately shook the MotoGP world, targeting one person, Marc Márquez. Was this a planned strategy or a disaster that could destroy Marquez's momentum in the fight for the world title? Let's discuss it. Last Tuesday, Ducati made a move that went almost unnoticed by the public. They quietly sent their entire team of riders to the Balaton Park Circuit in Hungary, not for flashy media displays, but for one primary purpose: to gather data and understand every aspect of the track that will host the Hungarian Grand Prix on August 22nd to 24th. However, a major surprise emerged from the closed-door practice session that shook the MotoGP paddock. Marc Márquez set a time of 1 minute 41.468 seconds on a Panigale V4S Pro, a road bike far from MotoGP prototype specifications, with a relaxed yet deadly time. The world was shocked to learn that this time was less than a second off the fastest time, set by a World Superbike rider in FP1 last month at the same track. Due to limitations under MotoGP concession regulations, Ducati was not permitted to conduct official testing with the Desmosedici GP25 outside of the scheduled testing period. Instead of giving up, however, they exploited a regulatory loophole by holding a private test using the Panigale road bike. 7 Panigales were brought directly from the Bologna headquarters to the Balaton Park Circuit in Hungary. The entire Ducati fleet of riders was present, including Marc Márquez, Francesco Bagnaia, Alex Marquez, Franco Morbidelli, and Fermin Aldeguer. They all took to the track to test the characteristics of the new track that will debut on the MotoGP calendar. Although it was not an official test, the data collected was still crucial. Balaton Park is known as a technical circuit with numerous hard braking and reacceleration points. Riders must adapt their styles to the unfamiliar rhythm of the track. Some corners, such as turns 2 and 3, are known for being dangerous and have caused incidents in superbike racing. Of all the Ducati riders who competed, however, only one truly made a significant impact on the lap times. His lap times were considered unbelievable, surprising both the team and observers. Michele Pirro, Ducati test rider, who participated in the Balaton Park test session, initially focused on the track conditions and improvements to the asphalt quality since the last test. However, his perspective changed drastically when he examined Marquez's data. Many factors influenced that time: the asphalt temperature, the type of tire used, and the track conditions, which have improved significantly. But it's still extraordinary, he said in an exclusive interview with GP1. Pirro added that many people are quick to compare Marquez's times to those of Toprak Razgatlioglu or Nicolo Balaga in World SBK. He believes these comparisons are often unfair and misleading, but he emphasized that this doesn't mean Marquez's performance should be underestimated. Those numbers shouldn't be taken lightly, Pirro asserted. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, Superbike king Toprak Razgatlioglu is starting to feel the heat. His dominance in World SBK doesn't seem to quench his thirst for a true challenge. The Turkish rider was officially announced as a new addition to the Yamaha factory team in MotoGP for the 2026 season, a major step that opens a new chapter in his career. Since the news broke, one name has come to mind: Marc Márquez. "I'm waiting for the day I can race him head-to-head," Toprak said in an interview with GP1. "He will be my teacher on the track, but I'm also ready to give him a run for his money." Toprak currently leads the 2025 World SBK standings, thanks to his incredible performance. But his thoughts are already turning to the bigger arena. MotoGP. He knew that to make his mark in history, he would have to conquer a legend. For Toprak, that legend has just one name: Marc Márquez. Marc Márquez's arrival at Ducati was more than just a sensational transfer that transformed the factory team. His impact extended far beyond the Gresini Racing satellite team, where he will compete in the 2024 season. Although he is now officially on the Ducati main team, his presence is still felt at the Gresini headquarters. Alex Marquez, Marc's younger brother, currently sits in second place in the standings, 120 points behind Marc, who is dominating the season. This achievement is inseparable from Marc's domino effect. Gresini's sporting director, Michele Pirro, called Marquez's arrival the most important turning point in the team's modern history. "He's the one who opened our eyes," Pirro said. "He's not only fast, but also a technical genius. He comes in, sees a problem, and immediately finds the solution. It's not just his riding style. The way he thinks has completely changed the way we work, thanks to Marquez's short but profound legacy." Gresini Racing is once again considered a top force in MotoGP. The Faenza base team is likely to repeat the glory days of Sette Gibernau, too, decades ago, and is poised to write a new chapter thanks to the unseen influence of the 8-time world champion. One of MotoGP's most vocal and experienced observers, Carlo Pernot, has finally admitted something he once doubted. Ducati's signing of Marc Márquez was the smartest move in the last 10 years. The Desmosedici GP25 is a complex bike. Not for ordinary riders, but Marquez. He's no ordinary rider. He's an alien. According to Pernat, he's the only one who can conquer and push the bike to its limits even beyond them. The man who once questioned Ducati's decision to sign Marquez at age 32 must now acknowledge reality. The statistics are undeniable. Marquez has achieved 19 wins, a combination of main and sprint races, plus 3 other podiums in just half a season. Marquez hasn't just shown that he's still competitive, he's shown he's dominant. The GP25 has found its true rider, no matter how wild it is. Although Ducati appeared to dominate in the first half of the season, that doesn't mean they will have an easy time going forward. The second half of the 2025 MotoGP season is predicted to be tougher and more challenging. A series of races in Asia, extreme weather, grueling mileage, and technical circuits like MotoGP Sepang and Mandalika will test Marc Márquez's physical endurance and mental consistency. Marquez remains Ducati's spearhead. The superiority of the team's strategy and the rider's experience will determine the outcome of the world title fight. However, hints of the future are already creeping into conversations in the paddock. 2027 is predicted to be a major turning point in MotoGP. Ducati's 2 main stars, Marc Márquez and Francesco Bagnaia, will have expiring contracts, and the technical regulations will change drastically. Engine capacity will be reduced, and the use of aerodynamic devices will be limited. Other major changes await, including a switch in tire supplier from Michelin to Pirelli. Rumors are emerging, including one that is particularly surprising: Marquez's return to Honda. However, Honda manager Alberto Puig immediately and firmly denied that possibility. "Our past with Marc was beautiful, but it's over," Puig said coldly, closing the door without hesitation. In 2027, Marquez will be 34 years old. For most riders, this age would mean the twilight of their careers, but not necessarily for Marquez. His future remains a mystery. One thing is clear, though: until the 2025 season ends, no one can predict how far Marquez will go or what kind of legacy he will leave with Ducati. One big question is starting to emerge: can Marquez maintain this magic until the end of the season? Leave your thoughts below.